the last piece I want to cover this morning is project management, right? Because very few of us have only one thing going on at a time. Usually we've got multiple projects or multiple activities. You've got this for this class and this for that class, or this project, different projects and different jobs. So the other reason we use RStudio is it helps with project management. It helps keep all of the code and the manuscripts and the data sets kind of organized a little bit better. So the goal is to not have your code file, you're working with R folder structure look like this, right? That's exactly right. Exactly. So, yep, Fight Club. So we can all agree having a good project layout will ultimately make our lives a lot easier, right? So not only is it going to help ensure the integrity of your data, it just makes it like simpler, like you know where this code file is at, and you know where that data file is at. And it lets you pick up easier, like, okay, I need to sit down, I need to work on this project. We go and open an RStudio project, and all of your data, all of your code, where you left off at is right there. So we are going to make one of those for this workshop. Up in the upper left-hand corner of RStudio, there is a cube that says create a project. You can click that cube, or you can go from File, New Project. Overall, or yes, correct, or over on the right where it says project. Good eye. Exactly. They really want you to make projects. And this is taking a bit longer. And it may be because, there we go. I just installed R on this computer this morning. All right. It does want you to save it. We do not, so you can save it, throw it somewhere where you can find easily. And so we're gonna make a new project in a new directory. So you click new directory and then new project. And let's call this January Data Carpentry Workshop. Now, you can browse, put this folder somewhere that you're going to be able to find it, right? Not in your downloads folder. Just please, desktop's fine. It depends. Desktop could be fine, right? On this computer, I'm going to keep it in the documents folder because that's where this classroom computer wants it to be. So I'm naming it January Data Carpentry Workshop. And in the bottom left, I'm going to check open a new session. And then create a project. And so what's going to happen is it's going to open an entire new RStudio window. So this is what open a new session allows you to do. So you could have 2 different R sessions open for 2 different projects, and they don't talk to each other. You got them. You got to run. Okay. Challenge 2, close everything down. Well, not everything, just close your RStudio. Both RStudio windows. Yes. Yep. Yes. So clicking the save button was you were only going to save that one script file. Making a new project, we're making like a new directory. And that's why I'm asking you to close everything down. So we're going to see how to so on your computer using your file window or your Explorer, navigate to that workshop folder. So we can save individual script files. We will save individual script files. But when you want to work in a project, you want to navigate to the folder where you saved your project, and you're going to see that cube. And you double click that cube to open. So this is like, instead of opening a Word document and then from inside Word, instead of loading the Word program and then inside of Word you go find the file you're looking for, it's reversed. You find the file you're looking for and double click to open that up. So top right corner should show you the name of the project you're now working in. January Data Carpentry Workshop. One thing I forgot to mention, but let's go ahead and add this now. In this folder, create a new subfolder called data, because we're going to be getting and working with some data later on today. So you have an R project with the data subfolder. Now in the notes, I'm looking at time. I'm not going to go through them all right now, but looking at in the notes will be some best practices for good enough. It's not like the best. It's just, it's good enough for scientific computing. Where to, each project, where you should put your data and your scripts and stuff like that. What I want, so I'm also going to put go ahead and put the challenge in the learner notes. There's a data set that I want you to download and put into the data folder. We can do that during or after the break, because I want to talk about why did we use this R project? What's the point? One big thing is knowing where your working directory is at, knowing where that data is at. Let me actually get the data myself real quick. Okay. So when you try to load in data into R, it's going to be looking for a path that's relative to where your file is at. Working with R projects sets your working directory to that folder. So you now are living in an environment that's inside your project folder. So if we look at that get working directory function again, the beginning of the day, it was like my documents folder. It was C users R Donatello documents. It's now under the Carpentry Workshop folder. So it puts your working directory in the place where you have that R project. Now you could change it by doing set working, like you could, and you might see this out on like different help files. You can set the working directory to some other path. So say, you know, I just wanted it, I'm working on a different, I want it back in my documents folder. You could set the working directory using set WD. But also in the session under RStudio, the session, there's a set working directory. You can choose a directory, you can set it to your project directory. So we're showing you that you could change your working directory, but using our projects helps you see, helps you stay organized. What's going on? There we go, escape. And so when we like try to read in the Gapminder, which we'll do in the next section, it knows where that Gapminder data is at. Where if I was not in, if I change my directory to where I was earlier, just my documents folder, and I try to read in that data, cannot open connection. This is common error number 2, is seeing cannot open the connection. That is, again, possibly a typo, or your folder is not correct, or the path to the folder, path to the data is not correct. And so, again, setting your working directory, working in projects, setting it to the working directory lets you use a path that is directly starts from, I'm in this folder, I need to go into the data folder and then pick up that CSV file. Now, if you don't have the data right in right now, don't worry about it. Kathleen will run you through getting that in at a later point. I just wanted to kind of pre-show you why we care about projects and working directories. Looking at, oh, if you have your, I failed to save my R script file, so I'm going to open another one and save it. And notice that when I hit save, it automatically saves into my project folder, because it's just trying to help you have everything live in that project folder. So if you saved your script file somewhere else while you were creating the package or creating the project, go grab it and just drop it into your project folder so you have access to it.